Welcome to Monday's Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Whiz, and before we discuss communists fighting Nazis in this country and potential nuclear war, let's talk about what's happening today on our flight schedule. For my weekly options members, we're not doing our weekly options brief. I'm hosting a trader roundtable over at Timing Research at 1 o'clock. So check your email. Should have an email with a link to register, or you can head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TopGunOptions, and right here it says, join Whiz at 1 p.m. today. The link is right there. And also the link can be found on my Twitter page, at WizCheck6. You guys should all be following me as my members, and the link is right there as well. So no complaints. It's getting emailed to you. It's on my Twitter page, and it's on Facebook, and I know you guys watch the sitter up here. But folks, can we all agree that racism, no matter what color you are, is evil and disgusting? Period. Okay, the white supremacists, the Nazis. Hey, folks, Whiz to Nazis. We fought a war over defeating you people. The whole world was involved. Do you forget? It's just not allowed, okay? And it's awful. But I got to be honest with you, folks, so is the other side of the spectrum. The liberal narrative this weekend and the liberal media, the president came out and condemned it, ripped it to shreds, condemned white supremacy, and the media came out and said the president didn't condemn white supremacy. I'm like, I just read it. But in typical liberal media fashion, they said, well, he didn't say it the way we think he should say it. I don't give a shit what the liberal media thinks the president should say. He said it. I understood it. This is the same liberal media, folks, that when Barack Obama wouldn't condemn Black Lives Matter after they gunned down, one of their dudes guns down, 6 Dallas police officers? Are you kidding me? So the media, once again, takes a horrific moment in our nation when we should be united to condemn the whole thing and make it political. It's the complete wrong narrative in Charlottesville. Here's my last comment on this, because we got to talk about the markets and how I nailed to buy the dip last week and short vol. You ready? How about Attorney General Sessions? Within minutes, he's like, I got an investigation into this hate in Charlottesville and blah, blah, Virginia, Charlottesville. Hey, genius. You guys did a pre-dawn raid on Paul Manafort's house to seize all his stuff, hard drives and evidence. I'm still waiting for the pre-dawn raids on Hillary Clinton, Lynch, Rice, and Comey. Holding breath now. So Jeff Sessions, get off your ass and do your job, okay? It's ridiculous. A pre-dawn raid, what is this guy, a druggie? But there's no pre-dawn raids or any, going after busted servers or broken Blackberries with a hammer. I'm sick of it, folks. Like I said, when you got communists battling Nazis in Charlottesville, Virginia, and potential nuclear war, it's the end of days here, folks. So, again, let's move on from the politics. I just had to get that off my chest. And speaking of politics, this guy's an idiot. If you own Merck stock, short it. This is your typical liberal nowadays. The CEO of Merck resigned this morning from Trump's Manufacturing Council over hatred, bigotry, and white supremacy. This is your typical liberal. Instead of staying where you are and fighting for what you believe in and trying to affect change, you leave, you cry, you take your ball, and you run to your safe space. You, sir, are the reason this country is racist and we're in this situation. Get off the Jobs Council. Go to your safe space. Sorry we triggered you. I would short Merck stock here. But hey, guys, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you came to my free webinar last Thursday, what did I say? I said get short volatility. I said we're going to either bounce off the 50-day or we're going to go through it and we're going to rip right above it. Watch the replays from last week. Men lie, numbers don't, and neither do videos. I said it's going to be just like this, or that. I didn't say it was going to be like this, where we hang under the 50-day. I said it's going to be like this or this, and it was this. We nailed it, folks. I got an email from one of my Commanding Officers Club clients who's up $5,000 on their short vol trade from last week. And remember, last week I talked about you can have dueling volatility trades on, right? We were long vol going into 2 Thursdays ago. I did a webinar where I said, hey, put on a bullish double vertical because I think something's going to happen here to creep the markets out. 3, 2, 1, nuclear war with North Korea. Vol goes through the roof, tell you to close it. Then I said, on Thursday, get short volatility. In the face of the selling and everything like that, I said, this is not the Fred Sanford. This isn't the big one I'm coming, Elizabeth. I said it until I was blue in the face. I would buy this dip. And the members who bought the dip last week and got short volatility as well are having an extremely great day, and we're going to talk about that at 1 o'clock. But folks, you guys know how I feel about the economy. It's kind of that Goldilocks economy. We see some green shoots. It's not that hot. It's not that cold. But this is a good thing. Steve Mnuchin, who I had dinner with, in full disclosure, I've met Steve Mnuchin before, our Treasury Secretary, and the President. Behind the scenes, this is bullish stuff for Wall Street, folks. Goldman Sachs, we have a Goldman Sachs trade that's recovering nicely today. This is good. Behind the scenes, typical liberal reaction to a crisis is what? To overregulate. Look at 9/11, folks. We need the transportation, we need a Department of Homeland Security. You want to sound like a Nazi organization? We're the Department of Homeland Security, and they create the TSA, which actually has made us less safer, but we'll talk about that over a beer in Lake Tahoe. But folks, them chipping away at all this Wall Street, the Franken-Dodd, I call it, the Dodd-Frank reform, is bullish for financials, okay? So underneath the radar, become a member here, folks, and you're going to get the real news here and how to trade, because if you're trading the headlines, you're going to go broke. It was funny last week, the day after, the fire and fury and, oh, yeah, fire and fury, well, we're going to attack Guam, you attack Guam, we'll kill you, all that stuff. The next day, Goldman was amazed that the market did nothing. I wasn't. The next day, what was it, Thursday, the market started to react. But ladies and gentlemen, as I predicted, this wasn't panic selling. That might have felt like panic selling to you. Why? Because we haven't had one. The last one of these we had was what? A Jim Comey, the guy's a liar and a felon, but that's a separate story, was one of these. So this was ordered, and I talked about this on Thursday, and I talked about an accelerated retirement on Wednesday. I said, this is orderly. Okay, it wasn't, you'll know panic when you see it. And if you're waiting to see it, that's going to be your last solo flight in your portfolio. We're going to be out of it in Top Gun Options. We'll be in our parachute and we'll be looking good. But I told you last week, guys, BTFD, buy the effing dip, and it worked. Okay, so if you're not here at TGO, folks, good luck trading this market solo. What do we got this week? Today, nothing's on the flight schedule except politics, obviously. Tomorrow, we started getting retail earnings last week. Macy, it wasn't good, folks. That's some of the brown shoots I'm talking about. Yeah, there's some green shoots in the economy and jobs and stuff and low inflation, but retail wasn't good. Core retail sales, whenever you see the word core, it means X something. In this case, it's X autos. So we'll get retail sales tomorrow, the Empire Fed, and some import prices, some Treasury stuff, building permits and housing starts and crude oil. The biggest thing on the week is the FOMC minutes. These used to be more impactful back in the day, folks, when we didn't have Twitter and instant messaging, and we used to wait with bated breath to read what the Fed said. We know what the hell they're going to say. It's not like she's been dovish. She was dovish a month ago in front of her testimony in the House in front of the Senate. Her Fed lieutenants tried to be a little hawkish. We laughed at them. It's not like these Fed minutes are going to come out and be completely hawkish. They were all dovish. So the Fed, it's colored red here because it might have high market impact. I'm telling you, unless there's something shocking in there, it'll be a yawner. ECB stuff later in the week overseas, the Philly Fed. Cap rate industrial production, Thursday afternoon or Thursday morning might be a little bit to pay attention to. And then Friday, some preliminary numbers and a Fed lieutenant speaking. So I'd give it a medium on the flight schedule for the week about what we're doing, what's going to happen, what's going to drive this market again. And if you're not here at TGO, it's funny because when we do our marketing or sales webinars, 5-10 people pitch out at the beginning when I start talking politics. I'm done, can't stand politics. They're most likely broke by now. Every one of these market pullbacks year to date has been political. Sell the State of the Union, the Republican clown car with Obamacare, Jim Comey, Donald Jr.'s emails, and a North Korea potential war. None of those are crappy earnings. None of those are unemployment. None of those are, weak manufacturing data or trade or, folks, it's political. And if you don't have the contacts I do in the Pentagon, I'm friends with the commander-in-chief of the Pacific Forces, Admiral Not So Swift. I can still call him not so, but actually today I'd call him Admiral, 4-star Admiral. Got buddies in the Pentagon, got buddies in the White House, folks, and obviously a lot of close friends on Wall Street. My sister, I'm the underachiever of the family. My sister's Kia Buckley from Dune Capital. So folks, this is where you need to be, okay? I might even, I don't know. We'll see if I do a webinar this week. I've done 2 in a row, free ones on Thursday, just because I knew this was going to happen. 2 Thursdays ago, I was freaked out. I'm like, something's got to give here, North Korea. And then as the market imploded, I said, get long vol. So we know what we're doing here at TGO. If you want to join us, go to our homepage, topgunoptions.com. And if you're a skier, you know what to do. Scroll down. Take a look at the green, the blue, or the black diamond there. Beginner, intermediate, advanced. Take a 2-week test flight, folks. For the bottle of a pretty crappy Pinot Grigio, $28. You can take a 2-week test flight into our live trading services. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for our 1 o'clock show. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless. Going to be a great week. Not because my kids went back to school today, but it's going to be a great week in the markets, and it's a great day to be alive. Okay, so have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.